All right, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. If you could, hit that subscribe and the notification button so that way you stay up to date with all of my future content. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's topic of discussion. But before we do that, I would like to apologize in advance. I know this video is a bit late. I was supposed to do a dedication video for my old friend Cato, may he rest in peace. But I'm having some issues with uploading the video. I do InShot to get all my videos together, any edits that I need to make so I can upload them on YouTube. I don't always have to do that, but sometimes if the video messes up, I have to combine footage. That was one of those clips, and for some reason it's not letting me combine the footage, even though I've deleted unnecessary memory off of my phone. So, which by the way, in case you guys didn't know, I do most of my YouTube videos, if not all of them, through my phone. I'm going to go ahead and make some changes and whatnot. And hopefully that dedication video, well, not hopefully, it will be up by the end of the month. So please stay tuned for that. But today's topic of discussion, I want to talk to you guys today about a little poll or competition that I did on my Instagram, which, by the way, shameless plug. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me, ACT Real MC, to keep up with my daily slice of life stuff, music stuff, motivational speaking, skating. I'm a roller skater for those who didn't know, and other stuff that I do in my life. So today's topic of discussion is, how long should you wait before you make it official with someone? And when I say official, I mean like you guys are girlfriend and boyfriend. Like for my ladies, y'all saying that's my man. For my fellas, you saying that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? And I did somewhat of a poll. It wasn't really a poll. It was more so open response for a competition that I had on my Instagram. And there were quite a few people that answered. And, I got answers that went from it varies to specific time ranges to it just depends on the two individuals, which I guess is another form of variation, if you want to say. And I'll tell you some of the specifics that I saw. So one person, they said it really varies on person to person, well, from person to person. They met their old fiance pretty much, and within a week they started dating, and within a year they were engaged. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else had commented and said it really just depends on the person. You kind of got to go with the flow of things. Another person had stated that you should know within 3 months of dating if you guys want to be official or not, because it really doesn't take that long. If you don't know within that 3-month time frame, then oh well, tough luck, it's on them. I was like, ooh, sheesh. But there were other answers as well. But bottom line is, there's so many different variations of what it could be, what it's not. And I'm gonna be honest, for this answer, there is no right or wrong answer. I think it all depends on preference. It all depends on circumstances. I will say this: a person knows who they want off rip, right? Don't let it fool you. Now, will they necessarily act on that depending on the given circumstances? They may or may not. But I mentioned this in other videos prior to this. A man and a woman will know on first sight which category they are going to place you in. And if they don't know on first sight, I guarantee you they will definitely know after the first date. No doubt about it, hands down. As a man, I can say from personal experiences and from dating a lot in my 20s that after the first date, and sometimes even before the first date, I already know what category I'm going to put that woman in. And that's based off of what we like to call pre-selection. A lot of times we hear women do it, and women do it a lot more than men, but don't get it twisted. Men definitely do it as well. I think the difference between men and women is, from what I've heard from talking to both sides, men are a little more, or should I say a lot more, willing to adjust and see other circumstances, as opposed to some women who may be like, look, I already have it in my mind, and if this ain't it, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But typically, when I go on a first date with a woman, I kind of already know, okay, is she going to be someone that could potentially, be a partner? Or is she going to be a friend? or is she going to be something in between? Or is she going to be nothing at all? You know what I'm saying? And once again, like I said, men do it, women do that as well. So in my personal opinion, and again, this is just my personal opinion, this is not factual, so don't take this and run with it. I say that it only takes about 3 to 6 months of dating before you know if you want to make it official or not. And really, you'll know if you want to make it official way before the 3 to 6 month range. I give the 3 to 6 month range to give it a long variation of, not variation, I didn't say variation, to give it a long stretch, an indication of, trial and error. You know what I'm saying? That gives you time to get to know the person and whatnot. And even after 6 months, you still don't even know 10% of that person. But I think that's enough to gauge where you would like it to go. You know what I'm saying? Very recently, in well, I wouldn't say super recent, but recent enough, I guess. I was actually dating someone, and we had met, and we started dating after about maybe 3 weeks. We decided to date exclusively. We were feeling each other that much. Things were going good. We were really clicking. Things were connecting. Everything was great. Now, I'm going to talk about this in just a second after I tell my story. But we started dating exclusively. I think after about 2 months, I, brought up the idea of entertaining a relationship. And this person, they really weren't for it. They were like, I'd rather just keep dating exclusively and see what happens. But in my mind, I was just like, well, look, we're spending a lot of time together. And in my eyes, I'm like, if we're dating exclusively and not seeing each other, we might as well be girlfriend and boyfriend, right? Because what's the point of it being exclusive if you're not going to head towards that route? For all that, I might as well, we might as well be still seeing other people. Now, I understand some people, they do that because they feel as though, and shout out to my brother Kenny, he brought this up to my attention. Some people do that because they don't want to talk to multiple people at one time. But at the same time, I do feel like that's not entirely fair, because if somebody wants to be with you, those type of things matter, right? And at that point, titles do matter. Sadly, unfortunately, things didn't work out. She broke it off and was just like, I can't give you what you need, so on and so forth. And it was no pressure. I mean, it was what it was. Or should I say it is what it is, right? The reason why I don't like the whole dating exclusively thing is because when you put it out there like that, right? And again, this is just my personal opinion. Feel free to agree or disagree. You might as well just be girlfriend and boyfriend, like I stated before. I feel like you should be dating until you're ready to actually lock it down with someone, meaning you are free to see other people until you guys discuss otherwise. Now, granted, in this particular situation that I was in, we did discuss that we would only be seeing each other and not seeing other people, but that still kind of complicated things because this individual didn't want the girlfriend-boyfriend title. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, in my opinion, it's like, if you're doing all that, you might as well put that there. But again, that's just my input. But I don't think it takes long for you to get to know somebody enough to know if you want that person to be a girlfriend or boyfriend, because let's be real, you typically know pretty quickly if you see a decent future with that person or not. Now, that doesn't mean that things won't change. Things can definitely, most certainly, and in some cases will change. Maybe you couldn't see yourself with that person at first, and maybe now you can. Maybe you could at first, and crap hit the fan, and now you're like, ugh, no, I don't, But yes, it definitely varies from person to person. But I do believe that you shouldn't wait too long. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you're going to know within 3 or 4 weeks if you want the person to be your girlfriend or boyfriend. I mean, for some people, it's like that. I'll give you an example. My best friend, shout out to Leah. She met her husband years ago. And within 2 weeks, they were dating. Now, obviously, they didn't get married until probably nearly 10 years later. But that's because they were both in high school at the time when they met. You know what I'm saying? But still, And I think once you know, that's when you should say something. And if the person is not on the program that you are, I would say be patient. Give it a little bit of time. Find out the reason why they may not feel that way. I mean, that's pretty much what I did in my situation. And give it a little more time. If it's still not there, then, be respectful about it and, go on about your way. Now, one thing I will say, or two things I'll say. Number one, don't ever pressure anyone into a relationship. If they're just not ready, or if that's just not their time frame, then, because if you try to pressure somebody into a relationship, what'll end up happening is they'll just run away. I promise you, it happens every time. And then also, number two, don't give an ultimatum, okay? People do not like ultimatums. People are rebellious by nature. There's a reason why we need God's forgiveness on a daily basis. Because we as humans are rebellious. You know what I'm saying? It's literally in our DNA. It's in human nature. So the second you give an ultimatum to someone, well, either do this or this, I guarantee you they're going to do the opposite. I know me. If you come to me and you say, well, listen, if I'm dating somebody and they're like, look, either you need to date me starting today or I'm leaving. If I'm not ready, it's going to be bye. And even if I am ready, guess what? It's going to be a very reluctant yes, which to me, a reluctant yes is worse than a flat out no. Because if it's a no, there's reasons behind that no that we can sit down and talk about, and they could be pretty logical. If it's a reluctant yes, you're going to get what you want for a very short period of time, but you're going to end up very upset with me later on because I'm not going to make it easy for you. You know what I'm saying? And when I say me, I'm not just talking about myself. I'm talking about humans in general. That's why you don't force people or, try to manipulate people into situations because it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for this discussion today. I really hope that this helped. Make sure you guys, once again, like the video, share the video on social media if you like. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification button. I do Teachable Tuesdays shorts, which are much shorter than the videos I'm doing right now. Just little bits and pieces of chunks of, gems and other information that you might like. I'm not showing those videos on social media like I'm showing these ones. So you guys get the benefits of catching the extra stuff, kind of like Patreon and stuff. I don't have a Patreon. I'm not planning on getting one anytime soon. Maybe one day, but not right now. But yeah. And again, this is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you come and join me next Tuesday for our final Teachable Tuesdays video for the Love Series 2022. Much love. God bless.